Your notes today are not in your notes, okay? I will actually give you something printed up in a minute, but right now I want you to focus on just the visual part up here. Tomorrow I'll ask you to finish number 4, and then I'll give you all 4 answers, but I just don't want to mess with that right now. Alright, so, looking at this right here.
It's a prism.
Are you getting
We will, yep, next week. This week is volume. Alright, so, looking at this right here. These two are prisms because they could be considered like towers. Like this one's on its side, this one's straight up and down. But this is a cone and a pyramid because it has a little point that it goes to. Okay, but today, put those cell phones away. Today, it's all about figuring out the main shape that's going to affect your formulas. We're going to give you formulas tomorrow and next week, but you need to know what goes into those formulas.
I think I know that formula.
In a little bit. Okay, right now, this one's a prism. And in a prism, what you want to be looking for is the base, and that's the shape that is the same the whole way through. It is not the bottom. Okay, it is not always the bottom. In this case, it's not the bottom at all. It's the shape that's the same. What shape do you see that is the same the whole way through? Yep, this triangle right here. It's a triangle here, and if you grab the whole thing, it stays the same triangle the whole way through.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay? It wouldn't be the same thing here. If you made a rectangle and tried to do that, it wouldn't be the same. For this one, for a cylinder, the cylinder is always a circle. Okay, the circle is the same here and all the way through the entire thing.
Dang. That's it.
This one right here. What's this one called?
It's a cone.
It's a cone, so I can't do that.
It can't, but what's going to happen? These are congruent, right? Congruent circles all the way through. What's going to happen to this one is it gets smaller and smaller and smaller to the point.
Oh, it becomes a triangle.
Well, what's it called when two things are the same shape, but it's getting smaller, 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 smaller? Similar. All right, so the base is found across from the point. Here's the point, look across from it, that's the base. And then in this case, it's actually getting smaller and smaller and similar, just like that. And then this one's called a pyramid. What do you think the base is of this pyramid?
I think
Square.
It's the top.
It's the top, yeah. In this case, it looks like a square. We don't have any numbers to prove that.
Rectangle.
Right. It could be a rectangle, it could be a square. Here we go. I couldn't get it to the top. All right, so, but it's across from the point right here, okay? So the point is what matters. All right, what's the most important thing I told you? Focus up here, not across the room. What's the most important thing I told you that you have to look for and identify first?
The base.
The base, that's right. It's all about finding the base.
Because you know I'm all about that bass. I'm that bass.
Alex?
I'm all about that
Yeah,
bass.
I'm
I'm that bass. I'm trouble. I'm all about
Okay,
that bass.
it's
I'm that
about
bass.
finding the base.
I'm all about that bass. About that bass.
Wait, so what is that?
No, that was my little music.
I thought it was my
I was like, I thought it was my phone.
Do you have that?
No.
Hey, you guys. How long was that song? I don't know. 4 years? Okay, it still applies. It is all about finding the base of it, okay? Today, 2 things are going to matter. You have to know the perimeter of the base, and you have to know the area of the base, okay? And I'm going to keep saying that over. It's all about the base. I'm not going to sing that for you, but I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. It's all about finding the base.
Oh, I get it now.
See, now you get it.
Bad
Rectangles. When the base is a rectangle, this is the only case where it doesn't matter which one you pick is the base. Okay, because there's 3 different bases you could use. You could have the bottom, and the bottom goes the same to the top. That could be the base. It's a rectangle. Or you could use this rectangle on the side, and it goes the same all the way through. Or you could use the base in the front and go all the way through.
Isn't that a rhombus?
No, nothing here is marked. No, it's that way because it's 3D perspective.
Oh,
It looks
really?
like a rhombus, but it's just the top of a square.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait, that's a square?
well, or rectangle. But this will know.
So,
It's more clear which one you have to use as the base. What would the base be?
On the square.
The square on the bottom. And we know it's a square because it says 8 and 8. Okay, if I needed to know the area of this base, what would it be? 64. Good. If I wanted to know the perimeter of this base, it's 8, 8, 8, and 8. What would that be?
32.
Okay, that's what your homework is going to be tonight. Identifying the base, finding the perimeter of the base, and finding the area of the base. Alright, let's try another one. What do you think the base is on this one?
I think it's 10 pi radius squared.
Okay, not numbers, a word.
Wait, what?
Not numbers, what word makes
Oh,
Circle.
circle? Good. And now for numbers, you could do 10 squared times pi would be area, or 2 times pi times 10 would be the circumference around, kind of like perimeter. Alright, I want you guys to take time to identify what the base is. So what about this one? It's not the bottom, it's the shape that's the same all the way through.
Hexagon.
Hexagon, yeah. Okay, because this hexagon right here, no matter where you slice this, it would stay a hexagon all the way through.
Really?
Okay, it's not the bottom. Some of you are still gonna go with the bottom one, no matter how many times I say that. Don't do that.
What if you slice it like this?
Then it wouldn't be the base. The base is the same. That when you do slice it, it's the same every time.
So what would be the base if it was like that?
If it was you cut it like that,
Yeah, like if it was sliced.
you would not be slicing the base. You would be doing something that would end up being like scissors and things like that. The base is the one that if you slice it, it's the exact same thing the whole way through. This one's the octagon that would go all the way through. Let me try to give you one. This one's not hard. What's the base of this one? The circle. This one right here. One that's on the bottom. This one's a circle.
Wait, isn't it a oval?
No, it looks like an oval because of the perspective that you're looking at it. Alright, what is the base?
Just rectangle. A little thing on it.
I heard rectangle and I heard triangle. Which one is the same the whole way through?
Oh,
Triangle. Alright. You were right. This triangle in the front is the same all the way through. The base is the one that if I sliced it vertically, it would come out the same. This one, what's the base?
The triangle.
The triangle across from the point.
That's one weird shape.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's because you're looking at it in 3D perspective.
I think it's a.
What's the base of this one?
Polygon.
Yep, and specifically it's a
Polygon.
pentagon.
Oh, wait.
It is a polygon, that's right. Alright, what's the first step for your notes here? Redraw the base. Good. It's all about the base. Exactly. So, I need your calculators. Number one, you guys have to go through these steps. If you don't go through these steps, you're not going to know how to do tomorrow or the next day or next week. Step number one, identify the base and redraw. What shape makes the base here? A circle. Good. Next, I'll show you how the shape is. It just looks that way because it's hard to draw a 3D shape on two-dimensional paper.
20.
What is the radius?
10.
10. Good. Okay, so if you're going to find the perimeter or the circumference of a circle, you are going to use, and you can look at your formula sheet, you're going to use 2 pi r. That's the circumference. That's the fancy word for perimeter of a circle. Radius is 10, so it's going to be 2 times pi times 10. Use the pi button in your calculator and give me an answer for that.
2 pi
Times 10.
31.
I thought you cut the
No.
No, it's
No.
a 20 you could have
Don't
in this
worry
one.
about the math.
No.
Yeah.
I got 31 too.
62.8.
Wait, what?
Alright. Do 2 times pi and then times 10. Don't cut the 10 in half. The diameter was 20. I already cut it in half. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Because the whole diameter was 20, I cut it in half already and put the 10 right there.
62.8.
Yep. And that is inches. I cannot read.
Inches.
It's IN. What is IN?
Inches.
Oh, yeah, inches.
Alright, base. This capital B stands for base area for the rest of our chapter. Capital B stands for base area. Capital P makes more sense, it stands for perimeter. But they use a capital B instead of the letter A. So capital B here means area. So now I need the area of this circle, not of this shape, of this circle. So the area would be pi r squared. So that's going to be pi times 10 squared. Do that one in your calculator now. Say it again. And since it doesn't tell us, let's go ahead and go to the nearest 10. 0.2 inches squared.
314.2.
Good. Excellent. Okay, now number 2 that's hard, but it's not. Because for today and for your homework, I gave you all the numbers you needed. Okay, there was no diagram or anything you had to figure out. So for number 2, the first thing you have to do is identify the base of the shape. What's the base? Triangle?
Polygon.
The polygon, which happens to be a hexagon. Alright. If you guys don't identify that, then none of your numbers are going to work in the formula. So let's redraw it right here. It's just, for a lot of people, easier to redraw it to the side. After today, if you don't redraw it, you do have to make sure that you pick the right formulas. Okay, what's the formula? Look on your sheet if you need to. What's the formula for the area? I'm sorry, let's do perimeter first. What is the apothem?
The apothem is
6.1. Good. That's right in the picture. It's given. What is the length of the side?
Length of the side is 7.
Good. Okay, so for tonight, for your homework, I gave you the numbers you needed. So let's find capital P. How do you find the perimeter all the way around?
You multiply 7
Times how many?
1, 8. Yeah,
6.
4. Yeah, 6.
7 for each side, but there are 6 of those sides around. 7 times 6, so the perimeter is 42 inches.
Yeah, 42.
Okay, now look, if you don't remember, the base area. What's the area of this B? This is capital B right here.
Wait, why did you do 7 times 6? Wait, so 7 times 6
Six
because
sides.
you know
There's
there's
6
seven
sides and
sides.
each one is measured 7.
Thank you. You didn't say anything. Alright. The base area of a polygon is the apothem times the capital P perimeter and then divided by 2. So what's the apothem of the shape?
Times 42?
Good. Times the perimeter 42 and then you divide by 2. Alrighty. So work that out with your calculator. Tell me what it comes to.
I think it's
128.1.
times 42.
128.1.
How would I label it? It's
Good
area.
job.
That's
Inches squared.
128.1
Inches
inches squared.
Okay? This is what you're going to be doing for your homework. Just 3 parts. You have to draw what the base is. You have to give me the perimeter of that base and the area of that base. Capital B stands for area. Let's look at a couple more and then you're going to try some on your own.
It's a triangle.
Number 4 is? Number 3 is?
3.
Okay. The base is the triangle. The triangle happens to be on the bottom this time, but that doesn't mean it always will be. It happens to be. Alright, so number 3. The base is a triangle. Let's redraw the triangle to the best of our ability. Let's make it match the way it looks on the shape.
Well, Mr. Benson,
And
did
there's
you
a
use
right
the side? Like, you know, the triangle goes like that. Couldn't you use this side because it goes like that?
Side?
Okay.
Okay, the base is the triangle. It doesn't matter if you hold it like this, you hold it like this. You use the triangle because the triangle is the same all the way through.
What I'm saying is like,
That's a pyramid. This is a 1 point. It's not about a slant. It's all about if they go up to 1 point, like a pyramid.
so they have to.
genuinely care about what you say.
Don't work on your sheet right now.
And I was like,
Alrighty. What can I put right here? Look at the picture. 10. What can I put right here?
10.
That side 6. And then this side, doesn't matter if my drawing's not perfect. This side is 8. Okay, that's pretty easy to find that perimeter. What would the perimeter be?
24.
Do you know how to get the perimeter?
Wait,
Add. Good.
do
For
you
the
multiply
perimeter,
all of them or you just add them?
look, for perimeter, you add all sides. And that's a sit in the right space. Write that up at the top in case you forgot. Okay, area. Now it's different. You have to look at the specific shape. It's a triangle. Area equals base times height divided by 2. So what's 2 numbers of base and height? Look for that right
6
angle.
and 8. If we're
Good. 10 doesn't count because there's no right angle on the 10. So it's 8 times 6, 48, divided by 2 is 24. It is just a coincidence that they came out the same. It's just a coincidence that they match. That will definitely not happen every time. Alright, number 4, we'll save for let's do number 4. Circle.
10.
Radius of 10.
Yes.
Alright, stop 1 second. Any questions on that?
62.8.
Good. Does that look familiar?
No, it's just that the last one was the same thing.
Number 1, right? Perimeter is 2 pi r. So let's Went out of whack. Alright, 2 pi r. So it's 2 pi times 10. And that's the same thing as number 1. How can we get the exact same answer even though it's 2 completely different problems?
Because
the radius is the same, that's right. 62.8. The base is the same, even though the whole shape might be different. They still had a matching base. So the base area would be pi times r squared, or pi times 10 squared, or 100 times pi, which we already figured out was 314.2 meters squared.
Wait, where'd you get the pi r squared? From the formula, no?
From the formula, and capital B stands for area of circle.
Wait, that's the base?
Base area. Yeah, capital B stands for base area. Area of whatever shape we found.
But you realize that all of them have this double formula.
Nope, that's because circle's the only one that has a special formula for circumference. Everything else, you just add up all the